and people ask for the recording afterward. Anyway, I wanted to take a second before we begin to tell you why I personally started Plexus 4 years ago, why I'm still doing it, and then I'm going to turn it over to two people that are going to share some pretty amazing stories. I'm a mom of four. Three are about to be gone soon. One is actually on the road driving cross country back to Los Angeles where she lives. And my oldest daughter is about to head to law school, and one of my sons is about to head to Auburn University, War Eagle. And I don't know what I'm going to do with myself when they go. But I've had a very, very busy life. And before Plexus, I was what I would call fat, depressed, and tired. My life looked really great on paper. I just couldn't feel it in my body. Can anybody relate? If you can, put a 1 in the comments of the chat. There is a chat. You can put comments or questions there. I was like, what's wrong with me? I thought it was a spiritual issue. I tried to fix it with gratitude lists and prayer. As it turned out, it was a gut health issue. And I was scrolling through Facebook one night and I saw my friend Laurie, a good friend of mine that I trusted, post that she had been able to get off of her anxiety medication with these products. And I messaged her and was like, what is this? Is it legal? And she told me that the problem was not in my head, it was in my gut. And while that sounded like complete and utter voodoo, no doctor had ever told me that. It was like God said to me, purchase this. This is the answer. So I made a split-second decision. And in that split second, my life changed forever. In the span of a couple of weeks, I was sleeping better. I no longer needed a nap. And if you got in the way of my nap, let me tell you, I was homicidal. I started going to the bathroom 2 times a day instead of 2 times a week. Sorry, that might be TMI, but a lot of our issues stem from that. Mainly, though, the change in my mood was noticeable. My mom actually got on the products because she was like, I have not heard you sound this chipper in years. My husband was like, I don't care how much this costs, you're staying on this. And my neighbors were like, what happened to you? You're smaller and also you're nice now. And that was true. In 3 months, I was smaller than ever. I was happier than ever. And I had more energy than a toddler at bedtime during quarantine. And while it wasn't a goal at first, this is what it did to my size. I'm going to share my screen with you and just show you what it did to my midsection. You can hold up to 8 pounds of waste in your colon. Clearly, I was holding all 8. That's what it did in 3 months. This is what it did in a year. One of America's main problems is inflammation, which is at the root of all disease, but it also causes you to have a very puffy face, as you can see. And I just feel like I look better at 50, which I just turned 50 a month ago, than I did at 40. And to me, that is worth the price of admission, friends. Am I right? So, what the heck is Plexus? Plexus, in a nutshell, is a health and wellness company that focuses on 3 areas, okay? We have consciously clean, cruelty-free skincare. We have gut health and root healing products, and we have natural and sustainable weight loss products. So whether or not you want to look and feel better in your skin, or maybe you have some real issues that pharmaceuticals haven't been able to solve and you just need some root healing like I did, or maybe you're just like, listen, I need to lose the COVID-19, right? Anybody gain the COVID-19 over the last 3 months? We have simple systems that really work. I'm going to just start off super quick by telling you about our consciously clean, cruelty-free skincare. And then I'm going to turn it over to 2 stories about how well the other 2 systems have worked on a variety of health issues. If any of you have experience with Joyome, put in the comments how much you like it, what you like about it. Skincare wasn't something I was really all that interested in, guys. It's not why I began Plexus, but I did just turn 50. The chicken neck was becoming real. I also love it because it's 1 step, okay? I don't want a skincare routine that I got to do like 9 to 5 things. So I put the AM serum on in the morning. I put the PM serum on at night. And then literally my favorite product that they've come up with since I joined Plexus, besides the ones that changed my life, is their collagen. This is not your regular drugstore collagen. It's made a huge difference in my neck, my smile lines, my forehead lines, my hair, my nails. But I'm most excited. The women in my family are cursed with the droopy eyelid syndrome. I have watched my eyelids literally lift over the last 3 months that I've used this. It's a high-end beauty blend collagen that gives you better hair, skin, and nails. Collagen, if you didn't know, is the most plentiful substance in your body aside from water. But when you hit 20, you start losing 1% of it a year. So you got to replace it, not just for beauty reasons, but for joint reasons and gut reasons. The other thing I like about this is we follow the European standards, and there's over 200 ingredients that Europe bans that America doesn't. Shows you how much America cares about us, right? And this is important because what you put on your skin does seep into your bloodstream. And if that's toxic, it's going to negatively affect your health in ways that you may not connect to your eye cream. Okay. So let me just read a few comments. Absolute bomb for this busy body. Oh, that's my daughter. Yes, my daughter loves the collagen. I'm 56. Collagen is my best friend. Judy says it's helping my saggy skin from rapid weight loss. We won't hear Judy's story tonight, but she's lost 60 pounds with Plexus. So she's probably my biggest weight loss success story. Okay, so that is the skincare system. Next up, though, we have the gut health system. That is what saved my life, my friend Laurie Beth's life, as it relates to mood. However, poor gut health can really affect so many other things. And one of my biggest health success stories is a friend of mine who is a complete stranger on Instagram. She followed me, as I think she'll tell you, because my 3 of my children were on a little zombie show called The Walking Dead, and she was a fan of the show, so she followed me, and now she's one of my best friends. It's crazy how the internet works. But Starr, we'd love to hear your story. You there, Starr? Oh, you're muted, Starr.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, like Kelly said, I followed her on Instagram because I liked her writing. That's what caught my eye. And then I found out she was the mom of the kids on The Walking Dead, my favorite TV show, and which is ironic because I felt like The Walking Dead most of the time. And I had most all my life felt like I was walking around like a dead person because I had dealt with health problems most all my life. Even as an infant, I was miserable. My mama told me she was always taking me to the doctor for tummy problems and bowel problems, and of course I couldn't tell her, but I was always crying, so she was always running me back and forth to the doctor. And then as a teen, I was miserable with the same thing. Finally got diagnosed with IBS and had to miss a lot of school because of that, and couldn't eat half the time. And so I was skinny as a rail, but bloated, always bloated in my belly, even though it was tiny. And so I had to miss a lot of school, was in a lot of pain, stayed pretty miserable, could never get very far from a bathroom. So that was problematic. Couldn't go a lot of places because of that. So as I got older, I just ran into more and more health problems. I finally ended up getting diagnosed with fibromyalgia, which a lot of people are familiar with that. I was a hairdresser, so I had a lot of neck and spine problems. Inflammation was an issue. Kelly had mentioned how bad inflammation is for your body. So I ended up on 17 different prescription drugs and a mound of doctor bills. And that kept getting worse and worse. Several ER visits and surgeries later, and I was pretty darn miserable. and my family was pretty darn miserable because when you're chronically ill, that affects your whole family. So we ended up, because of financial issues and my health, we ended up having to move from our dream home, which sucked. I ended up losing my career and losing my salon. I was a salon owner for 30 years, lost that. Ended up on disability income and food stamps. So my life was pretty dire. So one day I found myself standing in front of my bathroom sink holding a handful of pills. And I was like, I'm done. I'm just done. And then I remembered Kelly. And she had mentioned Plexus to me. And I remembered, I shrugged her off and I was like, there's no way that something that simple can make that big a difference in a person's life. And plus, I couldn't afford it. So, but I was at the point where I was like, okay, my fear of being sick for the rest of my life was outweighing my fear of whether or not I could afford it. So I reached out to Kelly. And I've been on Plexus now for 2 years. I've gotten off of everything but 4 medications, prescription medications. So I'm off of 13 prescription drugs. I started with triplex, added a few things along the way, and that have just been life-changing for me. I'm no longer sleeping 15 hours a day like I was, or my belly's not swelled up. I don't have people asking me if I'm pregnant anymore in my 50s. I've got 2 less chins than I used to have, and our finances are doing great now, and I have my life back. And it's all thanks to Plexus. I'm not in pain all the time, and I just thank God every day for leading me down this path. It's been a wonderful thing.
And just to show you, thank you, Starr, just to show you the transformation in her, because you said you've lost, what, 35 pounds?
Yeah, I sure have.
Again, wasn't even her goal. It was a side effect.
That's right.
That's the difference between the old Starr and the new Starr. And then I have to include this one. I feel like the picture on the left, it's almost like you're like, hey, I might need a before picture someday. And there we have one. So I've just seen Starr. I feel like Starr looks probably 10 or 15 years younger than when I first encountered her. And so just to have had a hand in that is maybe one of the more gratifying things in my life. So if you started with the triplex, like Starr said, put a 1 in the comments. And let's just see who has that as a part of their foundational system. Triplex is a part of my nutritional budget, y'all. This is not a luxury. It's not frivolous. It is a necessity for me for overall health and well-being, and it's going to help in 3 ways. It gets your blood sugar balanced, which will regulate your hormones. It will get your gut health regulated, balanced, and it gets rid of dysbiosis, which most Americans have. And it also fights inflammation, which is the root of all disease. So the pink drink is up first. It's called Slim. It's a powder. You pour it in just a bottle of water first thing in the morning, shake it up and drink it. It's super yummy. It's an antioxidant mineral drink. It's not caffeinated or a meal replacement. It's non-GMO, all healthy ingredients, non-synthetic, no chemicals. And it helps to balance your hormones and improve insulin sensitivity. And insulin is like your mother's ship. If it's not balanced, you're going to have all kinds of problems, including those energy crashes where you either go to Starbucks or you take a nap. Your cycle might be off. Your sugar cravings are going to be through the roof. Your skin might be a mess. And it's really stressful for your body to sort of ride that roller coaster. And that's when other issues crop up. If you're more interested in gut health, this one's for you. It's called Microbiome Activating Slim. It has a prebiotic in it, which is like Miracle Grow for the good bacteria in your gut. We have another version of this called Hunger Control Slim. It's got a little bit of extra fiber in it. So if weight loss is your goal, this is not called Hunger Control for nothing. That's all I'm going to say. I personally prefer this one. but many people prefer this one. If you love, share if you use Slim, which one you like in the comments and why. Okay, next up is Probio 5. Okay, now gut health is a huge buzzword in all the major publications right now, but probiotics are really kind of a dime a dozen. This is not your grandma's probiotic. This one does something that no other probiotic that I know of does, and it gets rid of the bad organisms in your gut that come from our food supply that are making it difficult for the good bacteria to take root. So I want you to think of your gut like a garden. And a garden that has a ton of weeds that are overgrowing the garden, maybe at the beginning of the season. No one just goes and just throws a bunch of tomato seeds on top of those weeds and expects anything good to come of it. But that's what you're doing if you're just taking a probiotic. So what this one does is it gets rid of those weeds first. It kills off the overgrowth of yeast and other organisms. 90% of your serotonin, by the way, which is your happy hormone, is created in your gut. If it's trapped in your gut by all of that overgrowth and it can't get to your brain, you're not going to feel the emotion of joy. And that was the perfect description of me. So if you struggle with immunity, if you struggle with mood, if you struggle with going to the bathroom too much or not enough, if you have acid reflux, autoimmune issues, skin issues, it all stems from that overgrown garden. Now, let's just say you weed your garden with this. You don't really want to weed your garden and then just leave all of the weeds laying there. You want to move them on out, right? So that's what BioCleanse does, okay? This is a magnesium supplement. It focuses all over body and GI detoxification. It's not a laxative, but it will help you stay or get regular, which I was not, but now I am. I didn't realize you're supposed to go 2 times a day. And if you're not, you're constipated. And that can really be a problem. And like I said, that's why anxiety and depression are the first symptoms of poor gut health. And it seems almost too simple, yet it was miraculous, not only, for my friend Laurie Beth, but for me and for so many others. So that's our gut health system. If you want to lose weight, I would say this is a foundational hub of products for that, because a lot of people turn to calorie restriction and exercise alone when trying to lose weight. But if you're doing just that, you're missing out on some magic. And that is detoxifying your body. When your body is toxic, it surrounds those toxins with fat. So you can CrossFit until you die. Your body will not let go of that fat. And I've seen this over and over and over again. And now to tell her story of weight loss and mood improvement with Plexus is Laurie Mendenhall. Laurie, take it away.
Hello. Hi, everyone. I was introduced to Plexus actually just a year ago. It was about this time last year, and my good friend Rhonda had told me about these supplements she was taking and what they were doing for her. And, I'm the kind of person that I'm like, okay, so you're taking some vitamins. That's great. What kind of life-changing results can you get from supplements, right? Rhonda has been a longtime friend of mine. I have known her probably for almost 10 years, what we worked together at Ralph Lauren. And so I agreed, sure, I'll try your Plexus. I'll try your Voodoo. She's starting, she's been taking these for a while. She's starting a business, so I'll be supportive. Deal is, though, when she started telling me about these products, I was not looking good or feeling good. I felt like crap, to be quite honest. It was almost kismet that she came to me with these miracle products that I call them, mostly because they were a miracle for me. I just like what Kelly said, I had no idea that to get weight off and keep it off, it was really more about getting my gut healthy than getting, I was basically running 3 miles every day and, tracking my Weight Watcher points. That works. But I'm 50 and I just keep thinking, how much longer are my knees going to want me to run 3 miles every day? So when she came to me, we had just gotten back from Disney for a week, and I was fat. I was miserable. We had been hot. There's nothing worse than that. The typical phrase that I always say, "Oh, I'm fat and happy." I was not happy. I was not. I was fat, but I was not happy. I was miserable. At the end of my rope, really. So I decided I had nothing left to lose. So let's sign me up. Send me your link. I'll sign up. The triplex system was recommended to me, which Kelly just talked about, the Slim, the probiotic, and the BioCleanse. But part of the deal was, when it was offered to me, was I have to commit to it for at least 3 months. Because if you saw me back then, which you will in a minute, you can see how toxic my body was and how much I truly needed these products. As Kelly just said, when your body's toxic, it surrounds the toxins with fat. So it's pretty toxic. Anyway, so during the next 3 months, I took Triplex religiously. It was part of my main focus to give up sugar. And as I did, the weight started to fall off. I felt better. I had more energy. And by month 3, I had committed myself back to Weight Watchers again and was ready to take on the challenge of losing more weight. I think by then I had lost about 8 pounds. And since then I have lost, not counting my COVID, 7 that keeps wanting to creep up and down the scale. I had lost about 25 pounds. In November, the difference was noticeable from just July to, or just, I think it was April to November. You could see a difference, not a huge difference, but you could see a difference. And it was only 8 pounds, but it was a lot of inflammation. I could really see and feel that. I felt like a different person. The bloating was gone. That was huge for me. I think November is when people started asking me what I was doing. What is this pink drink that you're drinking? And that's when I began the accidental journey into the business side of Plexus, which when I started, Rhonda saw this more than she saw my face, because she knew not to talk to me about any Plexus. Don't ask me about the business. Don't come to me, because this is what you're going to get. So I think, I don't remember exactly what it was that made me just dive right into the business, but I am certain of a couple of things. One, these products did exactly what they said they would do if I followed them like it was recommended. And 2, everybody was wanting what I had. So clearly it was something that I didn't really look at it as a business, but I wanted to share it with everybody. So by December, I had 3 friends that joined me. And that was about it. I was like, oh, this is good. I've got some friends, got some accountability. I see Rhonda every day, no problem. But then Rhonda and I took a little road trip to Atlanta, went to a Plexus event that was being held down there. And I'll be honest with you, I met most of the ladies on this call that are on our team. Not everyone that's on the call is on the team, but most of the ladies I met, and that was life-changing for me. I made an entire new group of friends, all just from this business. By the end of January, I had 10 friends that had joined me on this journey. And we'd started some collagen. Some of us were taking collagen. A lot of people were doing triplex, and I'm basically stumbling through this, learning this with them. February, I received my first large paycheck. At that moment, I was like, this is a real business. This is a legitimate money-making business. And anybody can do it, because you're just sharing something that that works. I don't know how many of you are like me. I don't like to put my name on anything that I don't believe in. That's just who I am. It's nothing personal, but if I don't like it, I'm not going to I'm not going to brat girl it and tell 2 friends. Plexus is definitely not the quick fix, but it is part of a healthy lifestyle for me. My lifestyle is not always healthy, but I will tell you what, my body pays for it if I don't do what I need to do. And I can tell when I've had too much sugar, because 1, my gut hurts from here down to I am not nice. Sugar's like a hormone for me. It's just if I have too much sugar. So back to my business. In February, I ranked up to gold, and just recently, in the last couple of months, I ranked to senior gold. And I'll be honest, my paycheck last month, I about fell on the floor. So just to give you a little taste of the business, it was almost equal to one of my paychecks at my corporate job. And that was amazing for me. It was shocking. I think my favorite part of Plexus is that I'm passionate about helping people, but also about all of these ladies that I've come to love. We've been on trips together, and I just love it. There's nothing that I don't love about Plexus. And I really appreciate you asking me to come and speak, Kelly. I appreciate that.
Oh my goodness, of course. Thanks so much for sharing. And to give you a little glimpse of these products working the way they said, this is the progression of Laurie. And then here's an even better shot. I just feel like she looks, again, you also look so much younger to me.
Yeah, that's my 10-year challenge.
And that's the 10-year challenge. And that's just gut health, you guys. It's gut health. So Laurie used Triplex and began moving. Well, she was already moving, and it helped her want to eat more healthy. And she also used a few additional products. One, oops, I didn't have it in front of me, but I'm grabbing it now, is our amazing meal replacement, Lean. Comes in chocolate and vanilla. It's delicious. Tastes like Chick-fil-A made it. It's high in fiber. So sometimes you get your gut healthy, but you also, you want to work at it from the outside in too. And this is a way to do that. That's super delish. It has fully methylated vitamins, and people replace 1 or even 2 meals. It's great for kids too. Rather than giving them applesauce or a granola bar, give them a great protein shake. That's my morning meal. I put my collagen in it. Bam. Another thing that Laurie used was MetaBurn, which is our metabolism enhancer. It's a mood booster as well. It's all adaptogenic herbs that focus on that fluffy fat around your belly, hips, and thighs. It gives you extra energy without jitters and a natural mood boost. If you love coffee or energy drinks, or you reach for a soda mid-afternoon, we have a great all-natural substitute for you. Active is a superfood and antioxidant clean energy drink. So if you're looking for something without artificial sweeteners, colors, flavors, Active is the bomb. I mix this up at about 1 or 2, take 1 MetaBurn, and I am slingshot through the afternoon, let me tell you. Without jitters though. So whether you're looking for solutions for weight loss, to skin, to mood, all of this takes care of so many different things because we're getting down to the root of it all, which is your gut. I don't know why they don't spend more time in this in medical school, but they don't. They're trained to diagnose and treat conditions, not prevent them in the first place. And as Starr talked about these issues beginning in childhood. Me too. What if you could prevent your children from experiencing a lot of these issues? Anxiety and depression and obesity are at an all-time high in America for children. And we have a way to prevent this, not present it. And Marge is going to take 1 or 2 minutes and tell us about that really quick.
Hey there, everybody. I'm so excited about our new kids line. Kelly will put some pictures up, but there's a couple of products. There's the Mega Kids Microbiome, and this is actually a drink. I like to call it the kids pink drink. It comes in a little stick, just like the Slim does. You mix it up in about 4 ounces of water. Take it, and it's amazing. It contains DHA, which is your omega-3 fatty acids that are so great for brain development. It also has lutein and choline, which are some of the nutrients that your green leafies and your yellow vegetables have, so important for eye development, brain development, and just all around nutrition for children. We also have the X Factor Kids the Kids X Factor, which is our chewable vitamin. Both of these come in a tropical flavor. My daughter says they taste like Hawaiian Punch to her. And our Kids Mega X is already, we've had it for a while, but we just added an additional probiotic to it. And wow, you heard these girls talk about how they had some of these issues from childhood. Why not keep those from happening? Why not give your children the things they need especially the vitamin has 13 essential vitamins. They're all highly bioavailable forms. Everything meets the 2020 FDA recommended daily allowances. And the one other thing about, so we've got probiotics in the vitamin, but also in the little drink for the kids, and it's actually yellow, so it's not really a pink drink. There are prebiotics, which help feed those good bacteria. So all these things together, of course, there's no artificial sweeteners, there's no preservatives. You know, instead of giving your child an apple juice in the morning, why not start with the Mega Kids microbiome combined with the vitamins. You have your kids, if you're going back to school, even if you're not going back to school, just in this day and age when we've got so much out there, their immune systems need to be strong. These will absolutely make their immune system strong, and you will have healthier, happier kids, I promise. So thank you.
Awesome. I actually give this drink to my 15-year-old every day because he's like above vitamins, but he doesn't mind drinking that. He actually really likes it. So if any of that resonated, there are some great deals going on and specials going on right now that will make it more affordable for you to get started. To me, I spend less than $4 a day on this, and it is worth every dang penny. Right now we have 10% off all of our welcome packs, and we have a membership to Plexus for $9.95, and it's usually $39.95. So you're going to save about $40 right now if you want to get started. And with your membership, you get some pretty incredible benefits. You get to purchase a welcome pack, which is deeply discounted, and they're about half off what a customer would pay. So if you're like, I'm kind of digging that skincare, you can get all 3 of these products for $89. A customer would pay $149, or maybe you want the triplex, same thing. Triplex is $89 right now. Or maybe you just want a few simple tools to manage weight before you tackle your gut. You can get a welcome pack that has Slim, Active, and MetaBurn for $89 as well. The second benefit of being a member is if you're consistent with your products, which is crucial for long-term success. They don't actually work from the kitchen counter. You have to put them in your body. Is our Perks loyalty rewards program, where you can earn free products. So in every 2 to 3 months or so, depending on how much you buy, you get a free product, a free full-size product. Not only that, everything you order over $100, you earn cash back, not just product credit, cash. And the final benefit is, like Laurie said, you have the opportunity to share this with other people through our amazing referral program. You don't have to want a side business to take advantage of that. Studies show that if you begin a health and wellness program and you do it with 2 or 3 people, your chances of success increase exponentially. So it's a great idea to grab 2 to 3 people, not just because the referral bonuses will pay for your own products, but because we want you to have success yourself with what you're trying to solve. So in closing, whatever path you decide to take, whether you want better skin, gut health, weight loss, or maybe you do want to earn $300 to $500 right now. Maybe you've been furloughed from work and you need a way to work from home. This has been the best side stream of income I've ever found, especially because everybody on the planet has a gut, skin, and needs to lose weight. So it's a product that everyone needs. I would just encourage you to pull the trigger, make a change, even if it seems impulsive. And I've regretted some impulse buys before, but I can tell you I've never one time regretted this one. And if it's one thing I've learned is if nothing changes, then nothing changes. So maybe tonight is your night to make that split-second decision like I did and begin the journey that could change everything for your health and life. So when we hop off, here's what's going to happen. The person that invited you will message you. Just let them know if you're a 1, a 2, or a 3. And a 1 means, I'm going to attempt a different solution for my issues at this time, but I wish you well in your Plexus journey. A 2 means, I really am interested. I just need some more information on X, Y, and Z so I can make an informed decision and continue to educate myself. And a 3 means sign me up, sister. Let's do this. And with that, thank you so much for taking 30 minutes of your time tonight to hop on and join us. We hope to see all of you on the pink highway of health and wellness. Thumbs up and a cheesy grin. Thanks so much, guys, and have a great night.